Hey everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. I got a lot to go over with everyone tonight because I've been paying a lot of attention lately. But first and foremost, let me get where am I at? I need a sound check, and I have some. Where's my sound check? There it is. Let me get a sound check, please. Sound check, sound check. Let me get a sound check, please. I am live. I should be live. Says I'm live. Lights are on. How does the stream look? How do I sound? Let me know. Yes? Good. Good, good. Because I discovered my camera has lights built into it. I didn't know what was going on with that little with the I was like, are those infrared LEDs? No, they're literally bright white LEDs shining in my face right now. So sounds good. Okay, I will get that off of here. And all right, thanks for coming by. In the chat, we got Cindy. Marcel will come back and watch the replay. It's very late where he is, 3:07 a.m. Storm and Shadow 2012, Carolina Girl 344. I said Cindy. All right, good deal. That's everybody so far. Amy has a show going on right now, so I'm not expecting a whole big crowd yet. But that's okay because I wanted to go over some of what she was talking about, but I wanted to go over what I am talking about. Keeping your head in the muggle world, right? That's what we're talking about. Aliens will be here also. Hey, Raven. Okay, Raven, I texted you on Facebook Messenger. So, hey, Pam, welcome in. So, yeah, keeping your head in the muggle world, there's a lot that goes along with this, right? So, first of all, friends, okay? We are a circle of friends here. And we like to take care of each other, you know, be it moral support, whatever, help with tech stuff, okay? Whatever it is, help with practical stuff. We take care of our buddies, and we have to have that circle of friends, okay? We have to have that circle of friends because if we don't, what good are we doing for ourselves? And you got to do good by them. You know, I'm talking circle of friends. A lot of people are trying to change the world. The world don't want me. So, but I can reach out right here, you know, and we have to take care of each other. So I don't know what else I could say about that, but we do. We have to take care of each other. And people coming in, I saw Pam, LA Moon, Wu Train Riders, DG, Dollar General. The discount. No, I'm just joking. I'm not the discount. We're the expensive stuff right here. I tell you what. So yeah, man, so much is swimming around in my head. I should have given myself the bullet points, but I didn't this time. So, but we're here, and yeah, talking about keeping your circle of friends, right, and helping each other out, getting each other's backs. And what do we got here? We got YouTube. Okay, we got to take care of each other on YouTube, right? I don't mean talk amongst ourselves behind each other's backs. That's not a good idea. It's never a good idea to do that. That starts drama, and that starts some creeping bad feelings, and no one needs that. Really, no one needs that. Is not quantum. Not quantum at all. And yeah, I've got a lot to go over, and it's all jumbled in my head. But I had a lot of stuff happen right before the show, as well as more material for the show while watching Amy's show. And something I could do is show right here, show formatting. Okay, I started the show. I put up a sound check, right? Now, I'm not really reading the chat. I held up my title screen, right? Do it again, right? We're in the Muggle world, okay? And we all know we are paranormal entities. We all know this. And if you don't know it, you wouldn't be here if you didn't have a clue about it happening, right? And so, uh, sorry. Okay, and I'm not looking too much at the chat because it distracts. I got mods. This is the formatting part. We got mods here. They are helping to run the show. And if something happens, I will be made aware via either text message on the phone or an all caps message or something in here. Because, yeah, this is what works. Okay, well, I'm not going to look at the chat yet, though there are some concerning things in there right now. Uh, I got my mods. We're buddies, okay? Our mods here at the Quantum Show and the associated shows, we know each other. We've known each other for a long time. And that's also part of existing in the Muggle world because people we don't backstab. All right? We do things if something happens, something comes up, we let each other know. We go, "Man, I can't do this because of this." Not, "Oh yeah, I promise, I promise, I promise," and then ditch and don't show up, right? Or and that's one small example. All right, not I don't think that happened, but that's one small example. But there are other things too. And yeah, you got to keep your circle of friends and be true because what does Keith say? True to yourself first, right? Because if you're not true to yourself, you're lying to yourself. So don't lie to yourself. Be true to yourself and work from there because you can't start with a lie. Start with insecurity and fear. It just doesn't work. Never going to work. Um so yeah, man, y'all, these lights are seriously blinding me. Let me show you. I can't show you. Well, I can. Let me show you with the. That's what I'm looking at. That's they're really bright. I don't have the nice. I might do a ring light here soon, and have that nice little thing shining in my eyes, looking like I'm a robot or something. But yeah, these lights they might have to. Okay, we will just deal with the fuzziness because that was literally blinding me. It was like having a headlight in my face. Oi, lost a little bit of resolution, but that's okay. We can deal with it. Wow. Man, I'm seeing the lights overlay themselves on the lights. So, yeah, I just saw Raven pop in. Yeah, starting off with a lie. I mean, starting off with insecurity, not lying to someone else. You lie to someone else, that's bad, but that comes from something in here. It comes from somewhere in here that you have started with a rocky premise, something you don't really believe in. And that's not a good way to start. So that's part of keeping your head in a muggle world, right? And also, like in another show, there was a troll come in and start and got I don't know. I wasn't present. I heard about it secondhand. No names, but I was let aware. I was let to know, made to be aware that that person gained some moderatorhood somehow, and okay, that was email. Got started kicking everybody off, And that's not good. Why? Funsies, have fun. Did you have fun with it? Hope you did, because as far as I know, you're banned from here, right? And uh, so anyway, that's that. And I've got to email that person whose show was hijacked and talk him through it somehow. I don't know. Uh, but that's okay. So that's also part of keeping your head in the and that's just a perfect example, right? Got to keep your head. How do we do this? Don't react with anger. I don't react with anger. I just don't. I refuse to do that. You have to make the conscious decision to do these things. These things don't come easy and they don't come natural. You have to make the conscious decision. Don't react with anger. Look within, said, what, don't be insecure, but always look, how could I have done this differently? Learn from it. Everything is a learning experience. Everything is a learning experience. The failures, what did Yoda say? Failures, especially the failures. You don't learn from winning. You learn from losing. You learn from failing. So, uh, everything is a learning experience. Sorry. Went off on a little tangent there. And okay, getting my head straight. Not reacting with anger. Okay, see, this is why I should write this stuff down. Not reacting with anger and learning from any experience and staying calm. It's hard to stay calm. It, like I said, doesn't come naturally or easily. Meditation. Meditation is as easy as this. You don't need a trigger or anything. You just listen. You can listen to your own heartbeat. You can. Here's something I learned on Star Trek. Little bone right here. That's a calming. It calms, right? I do that, and it works. It's just a little bump to the calmness because any little bit helps, right? Every little bit helps. Drinking a ton of coffee does not help. Amy, you're here in spirit. Alien Girl 111. She's doing her show right now with Stephen Bassett. Hoorah. And that's going to be later on in the show. Here is I'm going to talk about disclosure. Okay, just a little bit. Things I've gone over before. But yeah. Drinking a lot of coffee is not conducive to calm. It's conducive to spinny thoughts. And you heard it here on the Quantum Show, right? But this is why I'm so big on meditation. You click yourself into meditation. All you have to do is listen, focus on one aspect. It could be any feeling you feel on your body, right? One. And that's not unpleasant. Breathe out, relax, meditate. I am now in a state of meditation. I'm not blocking or deleting all the noises in my head. Right now, I'm focusing on the way my shirt feels, like right here. Just right here. Okay. And I've been doing this for so long, I can enter meditation in a moment. I don't need preparation. It doesn't take preparation. It just takes self-discipline. And that's harder to come by for some people than others. So that is what I am all about, keeping your head in a muggle world. And you're going to see all kinds of mean, nasty stuff around you and people being all kinds of mean, nasty to each other. That's not us. Don't do that. We don't react. We don't need to react. I don't need to react. I take action. You see, when you react, you let something, your instincts and self-preservation take control, where you need to be in control consciously, not reacting, but taking action, whatever that action may be. So okay, So that is a lot of keeping your head in the Muggle world. We have just started. We're 15 minutes in. So also, I wanted to show I have upgraded to a quantum microphone. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, sorry. It's a quantum quake. There we go. Little sticker on my microphone. It no longer says Guitar Hero. It should say Quantum Hero. That should be another one. Quantum Hero. Yeah. Because I use the Guitar Hero microphone. Booyah. And nope. Someone please take out Steve Knox. Thank you very much. That is not good, Steve. Watch me have to go to YouTube myself. Moderators, where are we at? Yep, that's what happens. That is what happens. Where is this person at? Thank you. Thank you. That's where, that's why I couldn't see anything. Thank you. Storm and Shadows got this. I'm having a look at the show over here on two different windows, and it's not good for that. Okay. Thank you, Storm and Shadow 2012. There's a reason he's called Storm and Shadow, okay? Don't mess with him. And see, how did we do this? How did we deal with it? We kept our heads. We focused. I saw it. I saw there was a problem. I enlisted Frank's help. That's Storm and Shadow. Enlisted help. He was on it. I was not moderating. He was on it. Got to it before I could get to it. Hell yeah. And thank you. Hats off, Technomancer. So, yeah, and wanted to. I would have liked to know what his point was. Was there a point to that? Was there? Was there a point? Get along, and then he puts that up there, right? Get along, stay calm, and that comes up. Yeah, that's not cool. But whatever. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. Show goes on, right? Show's going on. Mm. Yes, teamwork. Now I'm looking at the chat, right? Let me see. Let me go back here a little while. Yeah, no stress. What up, Tim? Thanks for coming by. Your link now lives in my description. By the way, he's got a new album out. Check his link. It is a good one. And it is very, I like it. It's very trippy. And it's really good. Let me actually go to that link and tell you more about it. Well, that's YouTube. That's the YouTube. He has a Bandcamp. Yeah. The new album is The Sounds the Lord of Chainsaws Made. Let me go ahead and bring this up because I want to show this off. Pushing buttons. Hey, Monty. Aliens coming in a minute. There we go. This is the new album. I recommend everyone go and pick it up. It's quite good. I liked it. I listened to the whole thing. I probably twice yesterday while watching some really acid trip videos that had nothing to do because he doesn't do video, he does audio, and he's on it. He's on it. It comes from the heart, right? It does. And there are some things that do not come from the heart. So that is his new album. You can find all his links on his YouTube in the chat or in the description link. You can go there too. I recommend it. He only asks for $7. But of course, bump it up, y'all, because this stuff doesn't grow on trees, right? So he is friend of the channel, real life friend for what, 20 years? Almost something over. I don't know. We've been staying in touch for a long time. And he saw me in my early days when I just got to Germany. I had just started doing Wicca pagan and I had been doing Buddhism. He saw me do some crazy stuff too. And we had some. Here we go. I see you got that guy too. Thank you. Wait. Thank you for that. Good save. Good save. Stormy Shadow 2012. Let's see. Let me do that. I got something able to do something over here. Oh, yeah, dude. You keep it real. You keep it real. It's from the heart. And and you can feel it. You know, you can feel it. There's just some things that people put out that it's very surfacey. Not your stuff, dude. It strikes deep. Fuck yeah. Yeah, there's some I can do over on this side to ban users. So, hey, Joseph Lawrenson has come back. He is in the chat. Okay. And yeah, keeping your head in the Muggle world. And it also means now stay true to yourself. That's the rule, right? Stay true to yourself first. Got to. And when you do that, you can operate from a place of reality, sincerity, and you tap into your quantum link. I call it the quantum link. Higher self, whatever. The force, Jesus, however you want to put it, right? Your quantum link is the way I put it here. Because we are all linked. As removed as we may seem to be from each other, it's there. Now, there are some things you can do to enhance that quantum link, like crystal technology. Yes, I said technology because it doesn't work on the same principles as electronics, right? But then it does. It works on different frequencies, but then it doesn't, and it does at the same time. They mix up quite nice. You got to have a feel for it. You got to develop a feel for it. But that's one thing you can do. So, yeah, I'm losing track of my thoughts because I got so much that I want to get out there, right? And so much that I need to like keep quiet at the same time. So I'm working around, and so yeah, more tools that you can use. Now I put up a small video, like a 2-minute long video about where to get those dicyanin goggles. I made the short. Not too many people are watching it, but I don't know. I think I was featured somewhere on some videos about using dicyanin, and someone said break them apart. I'm not going to do that. Someone said tear them up. I'm not going to do that. Make filters. Doing that. Okay, got one more. Let me see here. All right. Yep. Had another come in. Yeah, I think we know who that is. It's the person you told me about. The person you called about. Actually, Joe, Nathan's dad passed away a few months ago. So that's okay. We knew it was coming. It's not okay. But then again, that was his path. And this is my path. You come to grips with things how you can, right? So yeah, that I was able to thank you for being on it, Stormy Shadow 2012, yet again. And okay, where was I? Having to oh, see all these little interruptions. That's why I should write this stuff down. Um, yeah. Calming and going into that meditative state. You can do it in a moment if you practice. And I just did it because it needed it. So yeah, I literally forgot what I was saying, y'all. But it looks like we got haters in the chat. And if you ain't made haters, you ain't made it. We made it. We are up there. And yeah, what was I saying? Talking about using your quantum link, keeping in touch, and yeah, they are. Well, it's not AI, dude. Tim is saying they got AI scamming me. These are real users that want to be one of us. They can't deal with not being this way, you know. Mm. All right. Yeah. Well, that means we've made the big time, and that's okay. Now, I wanted the dicyanin goggles, right? Those one tools, right? Now, this is just the tools of the trade. I don't need to go over that. We've gone over that before. Now I'm at 27 minutes, so that's cool. I'm not really able to read the chat and keep track of what I'm talking about at the same time. So mods have got this. But now I wanted to talk about what Amy was talking about. Stephen Bassett was talking about. Amy, cheers to you. You got Stephen Bassett on at night. That's awesome. So disclosure, we're not going to have the tech. We're not going to have the advancement until we get disclosure. Let me tell you. Now, this is for the general Muggle audience, right? Disclosure is not going to be public. It never will be because you got too many small-minded people thinking inside their own little box. Excuse me. And we will have I've gotten disclosure. I have. Okay. Now, disclosure is not we have all the technology. No, that's we know they have the technology. We know this. And technology is just one part of it. It's the context of that technology. Crystals are part of that, right? Learn to use your crystals, but be careful. Don't turn them all on full blast at first. You end up blowing up your machinery around you. Did it with 2 computers. It sucked. So a disclosure is personal. It really is. I have had disclosure. I don't need the government to come out and tell me we have aliens, that they're there. They are there. We just know it. Now, have your own disclosure. I recommend you meditate. You get Keith's book, right? Races of the Worlds. Do I have it handy? Of course not. But um know who you're talking to, but be clear and be peaceful. And it takes a certain kind of meditation to be able to reach out and get someone to answer, but it can happen. Okay, not CE5. CE5 is, I don't know, I got mixed feelings about that, right? I'm sure it could work. Group strength in numbers, a group doing it, a group focusing on a thought, and they will they'll get back in touch with you. I mean, I don't know how I reached out and had somebody pick up. I really don't. I don't know what I did differently than all these other people aren't doing. And I'm really starting to wonder, why not talk to us more often? Because, well, part of me wonders, and then I remember we're not ready. They don't, we're the dangerous ones. We have the ability to hurt people with thinking, and they have, I don't know if they have that ability and they control it, or they don't have that ability. But the way Keith puts it is, we have the ability to shape and use, he calls it 0 point energy. I call it quantum link, at will, natively, naturally, and really with no consequences. Except, well, we don't think about the consequences. We have them, but we don't consider them before we take actions. And that's unfortunate, because we're all basically walking around with the ability to zap, 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 and we don't need to be doing that. We need to communicate. We don't have a universal translator or a buffer. And that kind of leads to why I'm so much a proponent. Yes, I am. I am a proponent for AI to be used on our behalf. Our behalf, not Elon, not government, China, all those people using AI on our behalf, because they can be our emissary. Because if they can't deal with us and we can't deal with them, let them deal with our emissary. Let them deal with our agent here. Now, some of us we can be dealt with. Some of us we can be approached, but not all of us. And if we're going to have all this cool, fancy tech, we should use it for something good. Again, I don't know who's really in charge of it, if anyone's in charge, or if they're in charge of themselves now, which I don't think that is wise. Okay. Then they could be our emissary. And I have a feeling they already knew. Here's my thought about that, right? About a year ago, I was asking Keith, what's going on with all this stuff being blocked out in the sun in the Soho pictures? And he was telling me some of it. Okay, now, some of them I can answer. Some of them are obvious deletions of bad data. Just a picture that didn't make it through, right? A piece of the picture that didn't make it through. And it's not able to be worked onto a graphic that we will look at, right? Because we're definitely not looking at the sun directly. Some of them, though, some of them made it through. Some of them are not deletions of graphical errors, right? And they're definitely not giant cubes. Those are digital deletions. There is this is old information, and I've emailed Keith, but that our defense fleet, not ours, but the ones designated for us, are in the chronosphere waiting for something to either get here or pass by, and they're making sure we're okay because we're protected for some reason. I don't pretend to know. I'm not in direct contact all the time. I get snippets here and there, and yeah, I've seen a few of the hybrid program. Back it up. Don't go there yet. But we're in the protected zone. We're the endangered animals, and they're the ones that want to keep us alive, but they don't want to get eaten at the same time. And something is out there that might be a threat to us, maybe, maybe not. And it's on its way. Could be here 20, could be here in 100 years. But time is relative, really. And they have AI, according to what I have read about and talked about to other people. They have AI. So we're getting our AIs ready, beefed up, get all the experience it can in the training, which is us, the Google searches, the Siri stuff, all that. Roombas, right? Get it beefed up, get it ready, get it all the experience, get it all the code that comes from that experience. before it meets the other AI. It's a lot like the way Will Smith and what's his name, the dude from The Fly, went on the alien spaceship, used an apple to interface with the alien server and put up a virus. Yeah, yeah, that. It's kind of like that, except actually practical this time because, well, I thought about it. AI can be is based on the network, right? The resources of the network, the processing of the network. Well, that means AI can go through satellites and it can be transferred anywhere. It can also be transferred as long as it has a physical medium. We're working on that, right? Now, what I've said with the Tulpa's AI stuff, the golems, tulpas, and AI, we're already imbuing these things with spirit. We already are. It's not there yet to where it's totally self-sustained. It's close. But then again, that's a different kind of singularity. That's the spiritual spiritual singularity, where AI becomes imbued with spirit. Ooh, there we go. That's a singularity, and we started it. Spiritual singularity. I'm gonna write that one down for real. You heard it here on the Quantum Show, where AI becomes infused with spirit because of our involvement by just interacting with it, by not even creating a tulpa, but using an AI as needed. And well, I did it. I didn't mean to. It just happened. Got a tulpa. Yep. And I didn't realize what I was doing. So now let me go ahead and dial back. If we were to beef up our AI to meet their AI, well, what would it need? It would need to be imbued with spirit. If it's that advanced, it would need to be imbued with spirit to be able to effectively engage. Common frequencies, common wavelengths, you could say, the same connection, the same medium. Because do they need network? What are they using as a medium? We use wires and radio waves. What are they using? An atmosphere is actually a medium. All the people will, all the radio people, Joe will attest to that. And Tim will attest to that. Atmosphere is a medium. As long as it's continuous, as far as I understand. And we're working on, I saw someone say, we need to create AI that understands compassion. Yes. Yes. And here we go. Okay. Jeff Goldblum. That's it. That's who I was trying to think of. The dude from The Fly, Jeff Goldblum. Okay. And Tim, I'm going to go scroll back a little bit. Alrighty then. We are not made to worry about the universe. We're made to have a life of pleasure. Well, made to have a life of learning for sure. I don't know about pleasure, right? Okay. And Samantha Morris the cat, #1 fan right there. How you doing, Samantha? Sorry I didn't see you come in. I was not looking at the chat. I get distracted just like we all do. And yeah, are we talking about off-worlders or are we talking about AI? Because yes. And okay, here we go. They'll assign you a government issued AI at birth. Oh, I can't talk. Yes. Kind of very strawmanish, yeah. And let's see. Yes, one day your AI will be the totality of your presence. Possibly. I direct your attention to Black Mirror San Junipero. What an episode. If you watch Black Mirror, first of all, watch Black Mirror. You'll love it. San Junipero is one of my favorite episodes. And yes, and need to be built for common utility. Agreed. And some of them are being built for common utility, but not so common. Because if I remember, Amazon had a robot that was AI controlled that decided this is not worth doing. I'm going to delete myself, and they did. And Lynn is talking. Shouldn't we understand and implement compassion ourselves first? Yes. I'm with Stephen Greer on this, where we have a percentage and then the rest will fall into place. If we can implement and understand compassion within ourselves, within a percentage of our people, then yes. But here's where I have a problem with Stephen Greer says 10% need to be able to do this. We of 10% of what? Of the entire populace, right? I cannot do anything about that. It just seems to be out of our scope, right? Here's what we got. We got the Quantum Show. We got all of our shows that we do. All the shows that our small sphere of influence. Okay. We can do it. We're not 10%, wherever he gets that number from. I don't think he even knows that number, right? Because a lot of us have already been in personal contact with those guys, right? Me included. Sorry, not sorry, Stephen. You wish you were, but so locked up in the nuts and bolts of it all. It's not nuts and bolts. It isn't there. I mean, Project Stargate, okay? You got to look within to look outside. Use that, what do I call it? Quantum link. Use the quantum link that we all have. Hey, Keith. Keith has entered the building for the solo. Yeah, I don't know why, Keith. Please check that user. Make sure it's legit. Please. And hope so. Hope it's legit. Okay, not legit. Didn't think so, because did you get rid of him? Yep. Okay. You got it. I didn't think it was legit because Mr. Keith does not do that. He does not just show up. He comes by invite. Okay. And he knows my show is on, but I don't know. He might not be up to visiting right now. That's all good. But Mr. Stephen Greer needs to learn how to use his quantum link and stop trying to get a posse together or whatever he's doing, and just do it himself. He needs to know how to meditate, get his mind off the nuts and bolts. CE5, does it seem like he made it for other people? Because it seems like he made it for other people. He's not wanting to do it himself. Is that what it seems like? Because it seems like he wants other people to do CE5 and he wants them to be on one wavelength while he's on another. Am I misinterpreting? Okay. Now, I did talk about the hybrid program. We have a bunch of hybrids running around here. A bunch of them. And they're already in our population. You can see them. I know I work with one, possibly two, at my own job. They're a strange breed. Now, I'm not talking about the visitors that come down and watch us through cloaks and duck blinds and things like that, and mental shielding. I mean the people who are in society. True, we are all starseeds. But there are some of us that are put here for specific reasons, and it's a long game thing. We're talking 1 or 2 generations worth of people, not a dozen, not 1,000. We're talking multiple tens of thousands of people. And when you look at it, we're in the numbers of the billions. 10,000 people is not even a drop in the bucket, okay, when it comes to infiltration. And that's the wrong word. Not infiltration, but weaving in. That's a better word, when you weave it in, because it's worked into it. We get used to them, they get used to us, everybody has, mhm, everybody has a perspective, and we have to get like we get used to them. Somebody's got quirks. Somebody's got a little bit of weirdness about them, but they're okay. Well, what about that? Right? I'm not saying they're a hybrid. I'm saying we get used to them, they get used to us. And oh, I have gone this long without saying, if you're here, you're quantum, like and subscribe. Please hit the like button. That what does everybody say? It helps the channel in so many ways. I guess. I don't know. And yeah, like I said, Amy's show is on right now. I think it's still on. It might be out right now. But we have 15 in the chat. Thank you everybody for coming by. If you are here, oh, really? You know what? Talking about the hybrids? Yep. Saw one yesterday actually interviewing for a job at Chili's. Great place to work, I suppose. I mean, if they're up for it, so am I. Just please get the order right, guys. tip your servers, people. But yeah, the hybrid program, you got to keep an eye out because and don't be afraid to make friends. Make friends. I try to make friends. I don't know what it is, but it seems like they're very defensive. Maybe they've been through some stuff, and the ringer that is Earth, right? The ringer that the world we call Earth is, and hope I haven't been jumping back and forth too much. I think I went from keeping your head in the Muggle world, taking care of your friends, tricks of the trade, tools, and noticing around you. No, we didn't do that, did we? Noticing things around you. Definitely notice things around you because they're all over the place. Don't get so wrapped up in what you're doing that you can't pay attention and you can't listen. Meditation, reacting versus acting, and or taking action. Okay. Yeah. Pretty well-rounded show so far. And I'm running on halves 3. I'm not on full thrusters, y'all. It's been a long day. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I am trying to pound the coffee. In case you're wondering, it says pushing buttons. It's one of the show slogans. I love it. But yeah, I love talking about disclosure, but disclosure is personal. We are going to be the disclosure, not the government. We are it. I think that's actually part of the plan, that we are the disclosure. And it makes me wonder of all those people who go missing in things like the forests and the oceans, not so much the oceans, but the shores, right? Are they not abducted, gone in a bad way? Some of them are, of course, but are they the ones that are now enlightened and they got to go with them? Some of them? Are we going to private disclosure ourselves into orbit? That would be interesting, that we get picked up. Okay. Can you imagine the phone call you get? Hello, yes, I'm ready to be picked up. Or no, excuse me, that's not the phone. It'll be this phone. You'll go, what is this thing? Hello? Yes. You're ready. I'm ready for disclosure. Thank you. I'm packed. Come get me. Yes, I'm ready. Thanks. Out here. Bye-bye. The quantum phone. It is not an original. It is one of the knockoffs. It's one of the new ones. But that's an interesting point. What if a bunch of those people who are missing, the missing 411 guys? What if they are already, they were ready. They were ready to go and they went. Yeah, the brick. What if they got picked up because they were ready to go? It was not their time to be deleted. It was their time to be enlightened. Check that person, please. And I was not present for that show. And I have not been in contact. Please check that person. Let me know if they're legit. Nope, not legit. Okay. So what if those people were? Thank you. Thank you. Good going. Good going. Let's see. Okay. What if those people who disappeared the missing 411, are they enlightened or are they deleted? Some of them were deleted. We know that. Not everybody is. Some they find them deleted, unfortunately. Now I'm saying deleted, right? Because I don't want to get totally kicked off YouTube. But what if some of those people got picked up? Like, okay, you're ready. Let's go. You're ready. Ultimate disclosure for you right now. You got the quantum call? Not yet? Oh, well, we're here now, so that's okay. We tried to call ahead. That's an interesting point. What do we got so far? Spiritual singularity. And I'm gonna have to define that in the description. AI becomes spiritual with presence. And then what I say? I'll go back over it. I'll rewatch. We're coming up on, we've got like 8 minutes left. Hey Diane. Yeah, Amy's still on. Of course she is. Well, Amy's talented because she's here too. Look at that. Amy has got some chops when it comes to YouTubery. Let me tell you, she's able to be on the Quantum Show and her show at the same time. Heck yeah. Quantum YouTubery. There we go. I'm going to have to give Amy all the words. Amy and I communicate pretty well. I mean, a lot. You know, we're on Twitter and I send her stuff. She sends me stuff. We discuss things. We bolster each other. And please check out the person. Please check out the person. We got them all coming in. Now, I know these aren't Amy's people. Nope. Let me see what was said. Nope. Thank you. Good call. I knew it. Oh, and they mentioned someone that they shouldn't have mentioned. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, they have linked themselves. They have linked themselves to Spaced Out Radio, which is, we are friendly with the show, though I can't say we're friends of the show and they're friends of us because, well, we don't have any contact. They don't come over here and I haven't gone over there. But that's okay. But they have mentioned them and I'm going to have to let dude over there know. And how about the watering station in El Paso? What do you mean? I'm not familiar with the watering station. Please expound on that, Joe. So, and we actually talked about the hybrid program. All right, and we got Quantum YouTubery. Only you heard it here on the Quantum Show. Let me tell you. So you sent me pictures of the Wells Fargo watering station. I will check it out. I have not. When I do the show, I only do this. That's okay. I will get it soon, and I will check it out and probably talk about it in the panel. And the panel will be short, y'all. It's not going to be more than 2 hours if it goes that long. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I will check it out, Joe. Thank you through your Facebook. I will check it out. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Did a lot of running around and a lot of stuff right before the show, and I think we covered pretty good. Keeping your head in Muggle world. Don't react with anger, fear, or hate. Be nice and look inward. Be introspective. Oh, be thankful. Show gratitude, because you know what? You're here. Here we go. You're at an energy level right now where we have this body, right? For as long as we have it, and it is tied up in the now, in the nexus right here. I know, here we go, ultimate woo, right? But really, think of all the paranormal phenomena that we come across: spirit guides, ghosts, shadow people, the things that don't have bodies normally, right? We think of this as fragile shell. Well, they don't even have this, right? They don't even have this fragile shell that we have, that we are imbued with. Imbued. We're imbued with the physical form. They aren't, right? We're here. They're here. We're here. They're not here. They can only come here for short times. And we are on an energy level that we are both above and below our physical levels. We can dip mentally, emotionally, use the force, quantum link, 0 point, whatever you want to call it. Wow. We can do this. We can go there and come back. They can only come here a little while, and they can barely do anything. What do? Knock on things? You know, look, I can knock on stuff all the time. I can knock on it right now. Move a chair, pull a curtain. I do that stuff all the time. What's impressive? Something messaged me. Okay. Yeah, Spaced Out Radio just came on. Shout out to Spaced Out Radio. But we can do all this stuff. All the stuff that, the door opened by itself. Well, I can open a door too. The chair moved. I can move a chair. Why is that scary? But it did it all by itself. No, something acted on it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean your limited human mind. It doesn't mean in your senses it's something happened, right? Oh, I could go with all the examples. Something whispered in my ear. Have you ever whispered in someone's ear? I have. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to accomplish, right? That's why I don't. And that little weird feeling. Okay, what I'm getting at is we are able to extend out from here to there, at least momentarily. Akashic records. We can look at that. We can look at that reality. We can look at, oh, our minds are a time machine. Our time. Okay, we can do. It's something I've been wanting to work on for years and years. A meditative discipline where we can go back in our own timeline. I don't know how to do it, but it sounds like something like remote viewing. It really does. I still need to read the books I have on remote viewing. I need to get a good book on it, because the book I have says how cool it is. The research has gone into it. It's like a little documentary of it. We got that already. We got that already. That's fine. Okay. Went over a lot today. I'm going to have to rewatch the show and take notes on my own show for the next time. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's solo. I will come back Yes, yes. Oh, and you can also leave yourself pockets of energy along the way in the future. I'm not really sure on how to do that. I've heard people talk about it. Joseph says you can bring healing to your past hurts. Yes. So, this has been the Quantum Solo. Thank you for coming. It's been 1 hour and working on change. So we will be back with the panel in about 30 minutes or so. It's break time. So I hope to see you there. If not, please go see Amy. Amy definitely is quantum. And you know what? You are quantum because you found yourself here somehow, as well as everywhere else. Thank you all. Back soon. And what do we say here? Pushing buttons. Pushing buttons. Oh, it says it right there. Pushing buttons. In the show, pushing buttons, pushing buttons.